Namaste. Namastizzle. Namaste, namastizzle. Peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Greetings. Waza. What's going on, people? Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, day of Mars. We know this already. And I am your host, the one and only Magick LaCroix. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Share, subscribe. Let's talk. A lot going on in the world today. I hope you all are doing well. I really do, because the nonstop attacks are just not going to stop. So I do wish you health, wealth, wellness, peace of mind, anything that makes you happy. It's just crazy. Like I said, the nonstop attacks. And when I say nonstop attacks, what I'm talking about is nonstop attacks on your mind. All right. The nonstop fear attacks. They want you in a constant state of fear. People who are fearful, who are full of fear and afraid all the time are much, much easier to control. Okay. And so they can, roll out their agendas and basically with no resistance. Because look around you at the stuff that's been going on the past couple of years, there's really no resistance. Everybody then went back to normal like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Today's topic is about power, because that's a form of power, right? The reason I started this channel was to share my experiences in magic and the occult and spirituality in general. And, for those who want to travel the magical path, hopefully, after all these years, this channel has given you some guidance. All right. I'm getting out a lot of free stuff. Okay. Power is knowing who you are and what you are capable of. Magic does give you personal power. Okay. Gives you personal power. Magic, you can learn all day. You can absorb this information. I've had students who took all the classes that I offer. There's a lot of them. I've had students take all of them, don't apply it. It's useless if you don't apply it, okay? Yes, knowledge is power when you apply it, okay? Magic should be used to enrich your life. There's no such thing, there shouldn't be any such thing as someone out here trying to give you magical and spiritual knowledge and they're homeless. I'm not looking to talk about somebody who's homeless. That's an unfortunate, situation. What I'm saying is that this is one of the gifts that magic can give you. It is used and has always been used to enrich your life. Forget what Buddha said about all this suffering shit. That's bullshit. All right? That's bullshit. Okay? What's the point of having power if you don't have any? You know what I mean? Again, magic has always been used to level the playing field, to enrich your life, and to fight against evil. These are the three main things that magic has always, always, always been used for. It is a gift from the gods. Okay? It is a gift from the gods. Please don't ignore what I'm saying here. Please don't. Okay? If I was homeless, there's no way I would be sitting here talking to you. There's no way. You shouldn't be in a homeless situation. I'm not picking on anyone who's homeless. I'm just using that as an example. But there's no way that you can give magical knowledge to other people when your situation isn't straight. You're just trying to think about how to survive day to day. Where my next meal coming from? You know what I'm saying? That's what your focus should be. I know of a couple different people. It's only been like 2 people that I know that use magic to completely turn their life around 180 degrees. All right. One was homeless, turned that around, now very well off. Believe it or not. But when you're out and you don't have any like a ritual space or anything, then this forces you to be very creative in doing rituals, in doing incantations. See what I'm saying? You know what? I haven't checked the chat. Yeah, who's here? What's going on, Tosh? Divine Peace, Caribbean Grimoire. Zoo Jones, what's going on? Love, peace, and power, brother Kunami. Olathe, peace and wholeness. EJ Taylor, peace, love, and life. You know what I mean? What's up, brother Moore? Glad you showed up. Always glad to see, all of y'all, pretty much. But back to my topic. I really need to get this out. It's been on my mind for a couple days now. Because I know I look and I see people that's in very unfortunate situations trying to give advice to other people. Okay? Again, if your situation is not straight, how in the hell can you give advice to anyone else? Not looking down on people. I'm just saying, apply it. Don't just learn it. Don't just read it. Apply it. Okay? You're going to have to get out of the fear. Remember my video, my live, mindset of a warrior. Okay? Don't go into magic with any fear. Deprogram constant. All right? Deprogram. Okay? Deprogram. Deprogramming takes years. Trust me on this. It takes years. They've done such an absolute fundamental job of destroying the mind that people run from it while they practice in secret. Trust me on this. Okay? I'm not just saying this. This is not my opinion. This is actually happening. Okay? It takes power to turn a whole community against itself. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. You turned a whole community against it, because you think about it. Melanated people are the only ones. Now, before I say this, everybody's being attacked some way. Everybody's being psychologically attacked. Everybody. Okay. But if you look at the specific targeted attacks, you will see that melanated people are divided in every way possible. Every way possible. Okay? Start with gender. Melanated men and melanated women are totally against each other. They're not like this anymore. Okay? Not at all. You should see some of the comments that I see. All right? From both genders. Not just one gender, it's both. Okay? That's what I mean. There's power there. And not saying that so you can marvel at what they've done. This has been a planned strategic attack. Okay? To have men and women in the melanated communities fighting against each other. You already know the other ways in which they've turned this community against each other. You already know. Okay? Sexuality is a big part of it, a great part. not a great part. I shouldn't say that like that, but you know, making sure the homosexual agenda is in effect. If you don't believe it, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Um, Political parties, the Republicans versus the Democrats and the independents. None of this shit matters. Yet and still, in the melanated community, we are divided that way also. So that's three different ways I've named so far that we are divided: by gender, by sex, sexuality, and by political parties. That's three. Okay. Um, you don't see another community that's a gap between the younger and the older. In other communities, and I have looked, trust me, I've studied this. In other communities, they value their elders. Okay? They have successfully separated us from that way also. Age generations. Okay? Age generations. You got legends. I mean, absolute legends looking like absolute fools right now. Smokey Robinson is a legend in entertainment. And yet, seeing him on stage trying to act sexy is one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. Smokey Robinson has never acted that way. Never. And yet he's doing it now. Remember, all celebrities are owned. None of them have free will. They got to do what they told. So that's an example of them using an older legend to act a goddamn fool. Ron Isley, or the Isley brothers, another one, who making songs now saying niggas this, niggas that. He has never done that. I can't tell you how thoroughly disgusted I was to hear that from him. Yeah, thoroughly disgusted. Are y'all talking? Big facts, war on all levels. Gay versus straight. Fam called his album Gasms. Right. He literally just dropped an album called Gasms. I showed it to my wife, and she's like, what the hell are we watching? I was like, I wanted to prove a point. I just wanted to prove a point. Look at what they got Smokey Robinson doing at 83 years old. He should be sitting back, just relaxed. He's never done that. Why now? Why would you do that now? You know, tarnishing his legacy. Ron Isley, same thing. Niggas are niggas are there. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Smokey Robinson made a song called Gang Banging. Gang Banging. Remember, Smokey Robinson is from the Motown era. Gang Banging. Dora pause. Look, I've seen people make excuses saying, okay, he's trying to put a message out. Come on, no. No. That has never been Smokey Robinson's lane. You know what I mean? I see him up on stage doing like this and just gyrating, and I was like, my mouth dropped to the floor, y'all, when I seen this. Go into Facebook and type in Smokey Robinson concert. That's all you got to do. It's going to pop up, I guarantee. What's going on, Katrina? Namaste. Sugar Daddy music. Nas, yes. Bang, bang. Oh, the missus is in here. She knows she's supposed to be doing something else. I don't know what she's doing here, but okay. We were eating dinner when I decided to show her this last night. And she looked at me with a Dora paw. She hit me with one like, and I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing. She knows. Anyone who ever heard Smokey Robinson knows that's not part of his legacy. He's never done that. He's always been classy, wearing suits and singing about love, which is yet another way they have separated men and women. Okay? There's no love songs, period. You know, I am not hating on the younger generation. That is a weak ass excuse. That is a script that everybody uses when you disagree with something. When I say it all sounds the same, I mean it literally. All right. Older folks, when rap music first came out, they said it all sounds the same. It's a bunch of noise. Their complaints were very different from the complaints people have now. Everybody says the same thing, the same cadence, the same robotic voice, same auto-tune. You know what I mean? Same beats. It's the same. Everybody sounds the same. I don't mean this figuratively. I mean it literally. I am not hating. Once again, I'm not hating. This shit is garbage. I am stuck on the 70s, 80s, and 90s music. And proud of it. A little late, came in at 9 p.m. my time, though. Sexy Smokey. Peace, Namastizzle, Bobby L. What's going on, brother? Bro, Smokey Robinson did that, nothing surprised me anymore. Yeah, how about that? Why somebody long enough, they always tell him this. He was singing about gangbanging a few years ago. Yeah, it came out during the so-called pandemic. That's when it came out. Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on. Just come on. You know, power also is being able to use one medium, which is TV, one medium, to promote whatever the hell they want to promote. Okay? Whatever they want to promote. All right. Right now, what are they doing? They are showing you, trying to get you riled up and for support of a certain state, a certain little country that has all this power to make the United States its bitch. Okay? I said what I said. When you look at the history of who actually resides there and what they control worldwide, I said what I said. All right? So they're trying to get you into your emotions using this TV. Okay? Using this TV. I have a clip I want y'all to watch. Check this out, y'all. He needs to stick to his genre. Exactly. It's some gems from the younger generation, but it's very rare. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I won't be looking at it, though. Man, seeing all these celebrities was sickening. Seeing Juvenile, this ain't that long ago. Seeing Juvenile talk about vax that thing up. Seeing all these celebrities trying to get y'all, that's power. You got to admit, that's power. And for the most part, it worked. Okay? You got people restricting their breathing on beaches. What I mean by that is they're wearing masks on beaches. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I saw a picture recently. Someone sent me a friend request. When someone sends me a friend request on Facebook, I will go to their profile, see what they're about, see what they post. I do research. I do that Virgo shit, y'all. So soon as I saw this person on the beach couple other people with masks on. Delete request. Okay? Y'all gotta admit it was really dumb. Come on. Who are you protecting yourself in the car with a mask on? Who are you protecting yourself? Are you protecting yourself from yourself? This is power. If you can get people to do shit like that, that is power. You know what I mean? That's true fucking power. To convince people that symptoms of the common cold will actually fucking kill you. To convince people that if I don't have a mask on, I am a risk to you. I am a severe risk to you if I'm not restricting my breathing also. That was a whistle for the machine. Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli, Sierra Beyond. Yeah, that's cool. I do it too. Got to make sure we're on the same frequency. Yes. Yes, absolutely. I don't just, and there are still maybe over 100 people sitting in my friend request. I don't do that, just so I can brag about it. You know what I mean? But we got to have some common ground here. All right. I want my soul tribe on my Facebook. Right now, all I do really is cut up every single day funny memes. Every now and then, I'll put out some information or my thoughts on a particular situation. I did that so much on my original profile, they kept putting me in jail. My wife was like, please stop. I was like, no, I don't care. I don't. And then I finally was like, you know what? They're not listening anyway. You know what I mean? So, I'm not done with this. All right. I'm not done with the power part. You got to understand something. There's a small few people, I think it's 1% of the total population that controls everything. Okay. They have convinced the masses that taxes are a necessary thing. Shit. Haven't you seen The Sopranos? The Sopranos tell you, it shows you taxes. Let's roll to the clip. There are pop artists who probably get their cherries popped, whether symbolically or literally, to be icon. How about that? I like the way Bobby put that. I really like the way you put that. Bravo. Let's go to the elder with this clip. This is called Wag the Dog. All right, give me a second, y'all. Something's wrong with it. Of course, it happens once I'm live. You know what I'm saying? Of course it would do that. But give me just a second. Let's get this rolling. Yeah, I think it was frozen. I wasn't able to get any sound out of it, so forgive me if it looks messed up. Here we go. All right, here we go, y'all. I think this will do it. These are graphic images, y'all. If you are, sensitive, just leave it. Being quite honest, this is how he begins this particular lecture called Wag the Dog. Mind you, this is somewhere around the year 2001, I believe. Graphic images, y'all. Disclaimer. This is Wag the Dog, Azazel Beck. Watch how it comes on. Man was very much ahead of his time.
Welcome to this update on ultrasonic hallucinations. This particular tape I've entitled Wag the Dog. And on this particular tape, we want to deal with a lot of the things that have been taking place in the news. Now I have a 4-tape set that I'm coming out with called The Illuminoids, which is going to deal with the science of self. And it's a very interesting and very heavy information. And it deals with mind control. It deals with various types of therapies to deprogram yourself of mind control. So we are all under some form of mind control. Just the mere fact that you speak English is a way that you were trained in this particular realm. You see, so that's all a form of mind control. So we want to expand our consciousness in these particular times. And as I said on one of the ultrasonic hallucination tapes, we want to get more into is this Planet X or Nibiru, which is this tape will deal with a update on that, and you want to kind of understand what I'm going to say as far as decoding various symbolism that goes down in these particular rituals. Many of the rituals of the Illuminati deal with mind control. Basically, the whole population of America, I would say about 2%, 2 to 3% of the population of America is not under mind control. Most people believe what they see in the newspaper or to some degree what they see on television. And whether they may say they don't believe it, but you can see it in their actions. People can say whatever they want, but you understand that you manifest these things in your particular reality. And we're going to get more into that. So this tape is termed Wag the Dog, and we're going to deal with what's been going down lately, which is lies. Lies. This is the Village Voice, and it's showing weapons on the front with Bush's face dotting the I. So we're going to get into, as I said before, Wag the Dog, lies, because that's basically what has been going on. Basically, with this whole war situation, they have been blatantly lying to you, and we're going to deal with that. But first, let me lead you up to how this all began as far as this year's ritual. If you remember, if you live in New York, there were 3 or 4 children killed on, I believe it was New Year's Day. All 4 on that one day shot. So you got to understand how this goes down. They didn't publicize it like they wanted to because the war was in the limelight. And the war is dealing with distractions. And they want to concentrate your energy within that war, you see. Because war itself is a ritual. It is a sacrificial ritual where you sacrifice with his blood and cut up pieces. When you read in the Genesis where they would take a lamb and they would cut the lamb up into pieces and spread the blood on the altar and burn it. And that's what happens in war. But here's another very interesting article in the Newsday, which took place on February. Well, the article came out on February 16th, and it's showing, actually, it says mass appeal, and it's showing crowds of people all around the world against America attacking Iraq. Not that I give a damn about Iraq, because you got to remember the Arabs, even today, with their bodegas, corner stores will sell you any kind of garbage. But on the other hand, so will a nigger. But we have to understand that Arabs are basically the ones really who stole your birthright. That's what when you see the land of Iran, Iraq, those were all lands that were black lands, actually. And when you see an Arab, that is a mixture. That is a mixture of the Moors, they're the children of the Moors, you see, who in actuality treat you like an orphan, you see, treat you like who you are in actuality, your DNA structure, you are their fathers.
So, very interesting point he made there. You know, Samaria, all these lands that I'll be talking about, Samaria, which is modern day Iraq, Babylon, Acadia, Assyria, all Atlantis, Lemuria, all those lands, just like he said, were black lands. Okay? But how powerful is it to be able to steal, or first to convince you those not you? Unless you've been over there, and I have, so as my wife, those people are dark-skinned, melanated people, okay? To convince you that those are not black lands, and actually steal your birthright. That takes some damn power to convince you that Caucasians created everything, invented everything. You ain't shit. Your history started with slavery. How powerful is this to program the minds of people to make them believe that? Not just you. They convinced the entire world of these things. And you still go around calling yourselves African Americans. You know what I mean? Mesopotamia, right, Bobby? Mesopotamia, Black land. Okay? Your history is everywhere, and they have completely stole it from you, right up from under you. Okay? And made you hostages in your own land. This is power here. This is power. Okay? When I tell you, don't just look at magic, where do you think magic comes from? The magic here comes from Moorish manuscripts, like Solomon's seals. Those are Moorish manuscripts. Okay? This is how you free yourself from the matrix. This is a point that I've been trying to express in a couple of these lives. Okay? Peace and blessings, Sister Righteous. How did we let it happen? Internal fighting. I'm not sure if you were here when I showed the clip of Sister Yafa Bey. She explained it very well. She said, you know, nobody could come in and just take it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember exactly how she put it, but I can summarize it. If we didn't have conflict with each other, no one would have been able to come in to do anything. Besides that, I always say, how can you fight something when you got internal agents working against you? I say that all the time, as a matter of fact. Okay? They didn't just come and just rule over us. That's not what happened. Right? I think Yafa Bey, Dr. Yafa Bey's How to Survive the Fall of Rome, I think she speaks on that, or it's either that one or it's push button mind control. It's one of those two. I can't remember which one. Okay, but it didn't just happen. They didn't just overpower us. That's not what happened. Okay, I see some questions in the chat. Could you please give a few tips on the path of deprogramming yourself from the matrix system mind control? Meditation, educate yourself. All right, educate yourself. Stop watching TV. All right. If you like movies, like I love movies, I'm a movie buff. Find someone who knows how to decode movies. Start there. And then start looking at it a different way. Look at certain movies with the atmosphere that's going on now. There's certain movies that tell you all this is going on. They do this years in advance. Demolition Man. All right. But for today's climate, Wag the Dog. Watch that movie. Okay. Remember, they tell you everything. Wag the Dog and Nightcrawler. Jake Gyllenhaal is in that one. He stars in it, as a matter of fact. Okay. Study. Research. That's how you break free. Okay. Practice magic. You know, I do rituals on myself all the time. You know what I mean? That's how I practice. I'm my own guinea pig. But deprogramming yourself, it takes a long time. Trust me. Remember, I grew up Catholic. I grew up in a Catholic household. I went to Catholic school. I went to church every Sunday. I went to church every Monday and every Wednesday morning sessions before school, voluntarily. I went to school on all the holidays, especially Easter and Christmas. You know, I went to the midnight mass on Christmas. I was totally indoctrinated in all of this. Okay. It has taken me literally years to break free. Okay. I had no idea about our history, but when I did, is when I started hating white people. Age 13, 8th grade, introduced to slavery in school. That's what I thought happened. So the programming with me started very, very early. Okay. Watch Bobby Hemmett videos, the Live in London, his early Dark Side lectures. Watch Azazel Bay. They give great tips on deprogramming yourself. Okay. Azazel's comic books, right? Again, meditation, mantras, right? Mantras. Okay. There's so many things that you can do to deprogram yourself, to break free. It's going to be a process. Don't expect it to happen overnight. Please don't. It doesn't happen that way. We do so much, but there are layers and layers of programming. Absolutely. Totally agree with you. Peace and blessings, Sister Moon Feather. Namaste. Makes sense why I resonate with the Solomon Seal so much. That's what's up. There are Goetia demons who can help your mind. Can you believe that? Lucifer actually helps with it. Okay. Clarity. Certain supplements can help your mind keep it fresh and keep it nourished, such as huperzine A, Chinese moss, okay? B complex, magnesium. Want to have great dreams at night? Want to do that? Have adventures? This is the brand I take. It's magnesium, threonate. 3 an hour before bed. You will sleep like a baby, okay? And the dreams will be off the hook. Mactine. Because our diet does not allow for us to get the proper amount of magnesium, which is responsible for over 300 biochemical processes in the body. Okay. This video may be off track. All right. It may be off track. Just listen to what she says. Forget about it being off track. Don't let that distract you. Okay. Oh, is Piercing the Fog, Dr. Yafa Bey. That's the one. Let's go to.
Some years that they had it or without. Who knows what's going on with the time these days? We don't know what year we in no more. Me too. This word. Something that you guys, many of us, claim we are and are not, but do lie. We are not citizens. If you believe that, or maybe you did have some ancestors, that we or our ancestors came here from Africa on a boat as slaves. The Dred Scott decision, in every Black's Law dictionary that's been printed since this decision, and people will tell you, oh, that decision was overthrown. Who overthrew it? Oh, a magistrate. Really? Supreme Court has to overthrow that. Oh, he was a Supreme Court justice. Well, excuse me. You can't take one Supreme Court justice and overthrow the decision of a whole panel of Supreme Court justices. And even if you want to say you want to overthrow the decision of maybe about Dred Scott, you are not going to overthrow the fact. And the fact is, the Supreme Court, they ruled that, and I can almost quote it verbatim, Africans that were imported as slaves and their descendants, that means you, if you were one, that means children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-great-grandchildren, wherever you fall in that list, you down there, you think you won, are not and were never intended to be included in the word citizen.
Let me stop it there. All right. Understand that Dr. Yafa Bey is a Moor. Okay. That takes a lot of power to convince people they from somewhere else and control the land that they originally are from. You know what I mean? And convince people they are from Africa. You got people saying they are not from here. Okay? We have always been here in every part of the world. By now, this should be common knowledge. By now, it should be. Okay? You know what else takes power? Making people, creating a police force and making sure that over 80% are Caucasian men. They can't police themselves. We need to police them. Okay? To have the white and black races at odds with each other and to mistrust each other while they sit behind the scenes controlling all of it. That takes some power right there. Y'all talking in the chat? Frankincense is wonderful for lucid dreaming. I've been doing it for a while now. Yes, I've heard that before. I've heard that frankincense is good for lucid dreaming. Breaking out of programming takes trauma, symbology, and repetition. Trauma for emotional significance, symbology for the subconscious, repetition to develop the psychic faculties. You answered your own question. You asked me to give you tips, but you did just fine. You really did. You know, it takes a lot to break out a program. Okay. Magically speaking, I'm going to go with meditation and ritual. You power yourself every single time you do a ritual. Every time you strengthen your aura, you call in spirits. Okay. You contact literally the divine. You activate psychic centers within yourself and chakras. Okay. Every time you open and close a ritual. All right. You may not agree with this. Read the works of Aleister Crowley. Someone had to do that. Someone had to bring forth the age of Horus or Heru. Somebody had to do it. Okay. It was unfortunately a European man. And I found that a lot of melanated men, especially the woke people, refuse to read his stuff just because he's a so-called white man. That's folly, y'all. That is folly. Get information from everywhere. It takes some kind of power to tell people constantly what you are doing and dare them to stop you. They are constantly telling you what they're doing. Okay? And what they're capable of. The movie Panther, done by Mario Van Peebles, was unavailable on Amazon for a long time. A long time. I know because I constantly looked. I wanted the movie. I saw it in the movie theater. Okay? They tell you everything you need to know in that one movie alone. And then they made it ridiculously high on Amazon so that you couldn't see it. Okay? They told you about the FBI and Hoover and how they were dismantling the Black Panther Party and sending in agents. Okay. Once they released it at a good price, the dumbing down of people was so profound, it didn't matter. Negroes were not going to uprise. You know, they finally released it just a couple of years ago. Dumbing down millions of people is powerful as shit. Dumbing down. Okay. You can't tell me this isn't a farm. That's right, I said it, a farm. Humans cultivating and breeding humans. That takes a lot of power. Okay, that's actual power. What's going on, Sharon? Convincing people not to read is power. You convince motherfuckers is uninterested in reading nowadays. Uninterested. You know what I'm saying? Uninterested. Bobby said, where are we supposed to wait for a nigga to write it? Right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bobby did say that. He sure did. Thanks for reminding. Bobby said that. Okay. Y'all gonna wait for a nigga to write it? This came out in 1904. Right? I still think, I'm almost pretty sure, AWAS was none other than Pascal Beverly Randolph. Of course, Crowley was racist. He couldn't say that he got all this great information, this worldly information, this galactic information from a nigga. Are you crazy? So, yeah, and it's the energy harvesting farm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Turning the entire population, the entire world against Black people. That takes some doing. There is a clip, I still haven't been able to find it again. Katrina sent it to me. There's a clip of a man doing an experiment. He posed as he was blind. He was walking up to various people to see if, for them to, most white people took their hand away. One woman was like, she looked disgusted, and then one man rubbed his hand off like he could rub the black off. Finally, at the end, he took the hand of a young melanated sister who was going to help him. And then he had her look at the camera. He does the exact same experiment with a Caucasian person. Different results. They do experiments like this all the time. They like showing you. They like putting in your head that these people hate you. Most organizations that come up, supremacist organizations, Black and white, are done organized by the ISE, IA, AYA. Learn Pig Latin. It's very easy to learn. Okay? Learn Pig Latin. I'm sure a couple people out there know what I just said. Those are actually organized oppositions. That takes some power to be able to do that. Psychologically, convincing melanated women to wear somebody else's hair and wigs. That takes a whole lot of power, because now the Koreans have cashed in on this and made them a $4 billion a year industry. You can look it up. Okay? Not coming down on melanated women at all. I'm just stating facts. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. Peace and blessings, Brother Brooks, the mad guy. Hey. Yes, Azariah did. He absolutely, I will confirm that. I will, what's the word I'm looking for? I am going to agree with that. This is a psych prison. This is a psych ward and a prison. It's a prison plan. He even said, because someone asked him, as a matter of fact, on the interview I did with him, I think the very first interview I did with Azazel, look at that one. Okay. I was so blessed and honored to have him here. He spoke nothing but words of wisdom, gave out many jewels. Sorry. Promoting pedophilia and putting it on TV. That's some power. The shit they did with Shirley Temple and other people, other children. That's crazy to me. Anyone who harms a child should be castrated, in my opinion. Children are innocent. Okay? They are innocent. Let me see if this will work right. Nope, I knew it wouldn't. I knew it wouldn't. Give me a second, y'all.
Which most of this took place a long, long time ago. That's why you had Senator Wellstone being killed. That's why you have now, you're seeing more lies perpetuated right in front of your face than ever before. And although we ridicule, and including myself, ridicule the way the Bible has been taught to us and some of the translations and so forth, but if you really understand yourself and understand certain principles, and not only that, but understand certain information that you come across, you understand there are various things in the Bible that are very true, because the Bible is basically a code that has been mistranslated and so forth, you see. So it says in the last days that they would rather believe a lie than the truth. And that is the masses of people today.
Right.
And this is not only based upon the actual ELF that's being bombarded, we're being bombarded by huge amounts of ELF waves, microwaves, causing you to commit suicides, causing people to go out and do various killings, causing people to have heart attacks. You see more sickness on the planet than ever before, you see, due to these electronic waves being shot out of these cell phone towers, telephone towers, light posts, antennas, whatever.
Again, this happened somewhere around 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. Not quite sure of the exact year, but it was over 20 years ago when he made them. They sitting there telling you that these were lies. They went to war anyway. The land grab. The young people in Philadelphia, downtown, laying in the streets, stopping traffic, less than this particular war. But the ziggurats in Samaria, they got army soldiers there guarding.
But besides the bombardment of ELF, there is also this gigantic planet, which is about 3 times, they say, 3 times the size of Earth, moving within our vicinity. Now, it is in our vicinity, came into our vicinity in March, and it's supposed to, its orbit will be near us for the next 12 years. Nibiru, or Planet X, or whatever you want to call it. It has various names. That particular planet is the very foundation of what the Catholic Church has been hiding from the masses of people in their underground caverns, which was dealing with this planet, which was all the embodiment of all the various gods, you see. Planet X is the actual Christ return. It has a 3,000-year cycle or more. And this particular Planet X, which is the black sun or the black moon, is known as Kali, it's known as Shiva, it's known as various names. In the Bible, Wormwood, I mean, it just has so many names. Marduk, the Winged Globe, Apep, Seth, Typhon, Nemesis, the Dragon, Lucifer, the Christ, the Krishna.
Yeah, so he said Nibiru, and look at all the God names he said. Okay? The God names that he said. Deprogramming is leading me to eventually give up even the African identity. I will have to embrace being an extraterrestrial God. This is where research and spirit is leading me right now. That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, Swords Witch? Planet X, I believe I showed no, I didn't. I meant to. I got that lecture. Of course, I got it from him. Deep information on that. But again, that's part of the deprogramming process. Educate yourself on as much as you can. Look at the teachers are leaving here. Okay, Azazel's gone. C. Freeman L's gone. You know what I mean? Bobby Hemmett is stopped teaching. You know, Dawood gone. You know, Dr. Ben gone. Delbert Blair gone. You know what I mean? Get their old works, study them, write information down, write notes. You know, read and reread. Okay. How else are you going to get power? That's the only way it's going to happen, y'all. Okay. Again, I say to turn a whole community against itself. This is the only community that this has been done to. They've convinced you magic isn't real. It's a fantasy. All right. Meanwhile, they use it behind closed doors. They've stolen hoodoo, even hoodoo. You know what I mean? When I went to New Orleans, I didn't feel anything magical about that place. It looked like a tourist spot. You know what I mean? But I was told by residents, this is what happened after Katrina. See what I'm saying? It was a land grab, period. They do all these things and dare you to do anything about it. Okay? Me saying any of this, it's not going to, I'm not a cause for concern, neither is anyone else. Okay? Even someone who had a bigger channel, who has a bigger channel than me, like say Panic or Shira. You know, even with those large platforms, if they were to start speaking in a certain way, it's not going to affect them because Negroes ain't going to do shit. Okay? They're too far gone. Too far gone. All right? I think the last straw was the jab. I think that was the last straw. Negroes had decades to get it together. Okay? But like I said, and I'll say it for the last time, to be able to turn a whole community against itself through TV, through celebrities, through weaves and wigs, through pedophilia, for the lack of love, from taxes, from other people, from hatred to other people, from genders and sexuality, from political parties, age gaps. All of this has contributed to a loss of power from the melanated people. Okay. All right. I think that'll do it for today. I don't think I'm done, though. I really don't think I'm done. I'm done speaking for today, but I don't think I'm done with this particular topic. There's so much that I can say on this. Okay. I think you get the gist of it. All right. Educate yourselves, practice magic, practice spirituality, get yourself in touch with the divine, and worry about yourself. Melanated people, again, I think it's too far gone. You've heard, I'm sure I've said this before. Let me repeat that, though. Okay. Worry about yourself. All right. Worry about yourself and your family and elevate, ascend. I am the one and only Magick LaCroix. Thank you for joining me today. I love interacting with y'all. Hope you got something out of this. Okay. I am the mystical, the learned, the humble, sense of humor, inexplicable, the eloquent, magical, Magick LaCroix. I will see y'all later on this week. As always, namaste. Peace, everybody. Thank you.